Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I got needlessly addicted to playing this game called Deceit. Um, should I say needlessly addicted? I don't know. Welcome to Deceit, where you might as well call it Among Us, but it has voice chat. Um, which if you don't like Among Us, you won't like Deceit. If you liked it Among Us and you thought it was missing voice chat, because you're right. Um, I don't know if they added voice chat in Among Us or not, but I just know my experience every time I play Among Us matches. It's red, it's red, it's red, and you're just left there with typing stuff in on Xbox. Um, so let's go over to Deceit, how to play it, because I guess I got to level 13 after just installing the game. This is a game I saw YouTubers playing a while back, honestly. It might have been in a different version, well, much different version of the game. But as you can see, if you've played other deductive sleuth games, you have your various roles. One of them being a random human. You don't get to choose what you spawn in as, um, but you do have to be very. You do have to use your role wisely, and might require you to play a certain way. And then you have the affected. You only have the experiment unless you're gonna fork with them over some money. This game is free to play, but I will say the the killers, the infected here don't really have too much of a different playstyle than they do. Like the werewolf's extremely fast. I've never expected a vampire, and the monkey picks up bananas. And I'm not sure what all that does. I don't think they're really worth it unless you know, but also like light block is probably one of the better abilities I would say. Um, just because there's a lot of flashlights that will stun you in this game. And then the cursed ones are the more interesting ones, with the soul bond being more interesting of them. Um, but every one of the cursed, I think, want to. Well, this guy just wants to survive to a certain round. The poisoner wants to survive and poison everyone, and then watch them all slowly decay. But the soul bond is the one where if they do pop up in your match, it's gonna cause chaos, because all the soul bonded are probably gonna do is find you alone with their soulmate, shoot you, and then both vote you out and murder you. Um, so you have to watch out for that one. And the phantom is just gonna cause chaos. This third role is the most important, because it's what's gonna, you know, cause you to you know, not not be sure what's going on, other than kids that don't know what they're doing. Because trust me, there's lots of people that just go around shooting people. As you can see, I've only managed to win as the innocent. Anytime I've gotten close to infected win, the neutral person has actually stepped up and killed us. Um, it happened once when I was talking to someone on a mic, and we were coordinating stuff, and we were doing a damn good job of it. And of course, the innocents were shooting. There was a group of innocents just shooting everyone, and because we have vision on everyone, when you play as the infected, you can see everyone. Let's make sure. I need to be in a party chat. So yeah, we'll just briefly go over a match. We're not gonna be in game chat, unless I don't think we will be. But if so, we'll keep ourselves muted until someone tries to talk to us. Actually, I should be able to just mute myself, I think, with the press of a button. I highly recommend you don't get cosmetics in this game, because you can see anyone without cosmetic is just wearing like a smock, hospital smock. Uh, you know, and if everyone's wearing a hospital smock, then you blend in more, which can be very useful. And I am just a human. How do I mute myself? Can I not mute myself? That is unfortunate. Well, I guess I'm going to party chat then. Hey guys, I'm muting myself. I can't talk right now. Alright, so you're still gonna hear them. They're not gonna be able to hear me. But you always get a free item at the start of every round, you actually cannot say no to this item. So if you get a really bad item, like as an instant, like a deceit max or something like that, the first item anyone has in their inventory, they have to come over here and banish it.
So, how's your day?
Oh, great.
But yeah, as you can see, the voice
I
chat
don't know
makes
what
everything
everyone else is
interesting.
doing. Probably stroking their shit. Like, ooh.
Yeah, right? Like, come on, let's blow up fucking shit.
Run! Yeah.
Beck just punched and ran. But as you can see, you can mark
What's your
people.
role, Lisa?
You didn't think I see you?
Oh no, I gotta unmute myself. I am just a human. I'm trying to do a YouTube video guide, so I'm gonna go back to my party chat so I don't know y'all. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get targeted because of that. So, a timer will pop up. You will not know this timer. The killers know this timer. But basically, there's red altars as killers that will interact and do an animation to interact with that. Because they sabotage this this thing, their eyes will spawn all over too. If you see a white thing like that, that means you're being revealed by an eye. And eyes will pop up as you stay still in the area. You know, you can. The werewolves require you to mash X. And I have 9 sanity, which means I'm gonna die next time this thing grabs me. And it's best not to talk because while your voice does kind of echo, it still does travel. It just is obfuscated. Alright, now sanity. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. So sanity is your life force, but they can only execute one person a night. Thankfully, I didn't die, so I can keep going over. But you're basically looking for these blue things, and it's gonna tell you like what is in the picture, object not seen in the painting. It's a horse, I think. Yeah. They're gonna be very different from grabbing nearby objects and placing them in certain areas to other things. I need a you'll unlock items as you level up and play the game. See someone shooting right now. If you're innocent, you do not need a gun until later. And I highly don't recommend you get a gun, but I actually recommend the sanity serum is probably one of the best things in the game. If you have enough sanity, there's no way you can actually get killed by the infected, and you'll get more items as you do various different things. So you can basically just come and just even when it's nighttime out, you can still do attacks. So even while things are hunting down. So if you got a lot of sanity, if you have a picture, you can do this. You can do all this while it's nighttime out, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is they just think it's over. Anything with this red like vine-like structure, you can kind of just check and make sure they have a night, and then you can press a button and call it out. Let's see if we can survive our second night. So as an innocent, you shouldn't be going around shooting people. Your main goal is to check and okay, that's gonna be a short night. Your goal is to check on and then do these things. There's lots of different items. You'll be able to read what they do, and they'll usually tell you what they do. If you see a wall. Hey yo. They can't hear me.
Can someone knock me for a minute so to see if my screen unbugs? Lisa, knock me.
I'm not gonna do that.
Lisa, can you kill me? Actually, I'll ask them. Can someone kill me so I can try and unbug my screen?
That's a trap. He sees some sort of. Ow.
I feel like you're the Phantom. I feel like he's the Phantom.
He probably is the Phantom. What do you mean there's no Phantom? How do you know that? As you can see, it wants a carrot, I believe. Right? Find carrots, feed the horse. It's usually really close by. The game doesn't look the best, but it doesn't need to look the best. Put the lamp in the graveyard and light the bonfire. Some of these are a little bit more complex. Oh, see, here's a carrot. So they're usually within the same room. But yeah, they usually require just interacting with a few things. Usually spamming X on whatever. There's a lamp somewhere. Oh. As you can see, we're almost done here, but not quite. The hell is this? Oh, this is the bookcase. Shortcut. I have no clue what's going on over there. But yeah, it's fairly... Okay, they got Rachel.
That was close. My screen got unbugged.
Unfortunate. This guy is obviously trying to get executed. Another shop item gets available, as you see. It's very you just got basically it's all about collecting items. I have no clue what's going on. I usually don't do what these people like to do, and just kind of go around just interacting with people. You're really actually need those two compasses. Two compasses. And it's also worth mentioning that these aren't one-time use items, one-time use things. You'll be constantly need to go back to some of these. They'll respawn at the end of each round. What the hell? Oh no.
Yo, check. Bro, I'm the warden. I'm the warden.
Is it Chain?
So, I'm the warden. I'm the warden.
Yeah, get out of here. So when night spawns, you will be northeast. Yeah, you'll spawn in a random place, but you'll be in the same spot. So if there is someone nearby and they instantly turn and you somehow get away and you're only with one person, then you know for a fact that it was the one person that was with you. But at this rate, we're not gonna make it because no one else is really working on the things. That's alright. I didn't want to talk anyways. I also got teleported to right northeast, and where's the other pocket watch? Probably on a counter somewhere. On the other side of the room, maybe? Do this. This is way easier. I want to say each one gives you a soul, but I could be wrong.
He's in the corner, bro. He's trying to run past. Oh my god.
But yeah, it's pretty, they can see me over here now. Teleport out. Torch. Oh, that was right outside.
We made
I
it.
might have to unmute my mic here. Diagonal. We almost have it. There's more fucking doors in this place than I realized. Where's the book?
I was chasing him.
Not. Oh, you were.
I'm the reason he was running.
This is a 1 grade equalizer. And there's you can do so many of these so quickly. If everyone works on this, it's very easy to get this done.
Mission accomplished.
He's on me. Lisa.
One more.
You have anything for me?
And once you grab the key, it's chaos. But you also get instantly executed, unfortunately. He got out.
Oh, Jack for the clutch.
The audio freaked out. But as you can see, even with the random shootings, the chaos, the person trying to get executed. We had a mimic. We didn't even have. So I don't know why that guy was actually wanting us to kill him. Actually. But yeah, the two people with the skins were the dudes. You don't actually get a win unless you escape, but your team, I think, does win. But you got a little breakdown of the XP. Surviving the MP team isn't too hard, I'd say. You can't get extremely unlucky, but they can't follow you through little gaps in the holes, so if you stick to those and the teleporters, you should be fine. So yeah. Just play your roles, pick the right items you need to survive, and do your tasks as an innocent. And honestly, the killers can't kill you that quickly. It's not like Among Us, where like, you know, they kill whenever. They have a 1 moment to kill you, and they have to show deceit. So honestly, your best deal to play this game as an innocent is to just not speak up unless you have some important information to say or someone's addressing you, and being friendly. Although generally that works for every side. You want to be friendly unless your goal is to get executed. But generally speaking, for innocents, be friendly. Remind people to work on their tasks. And this can work if you're trying to see people too. But if you notice people just running around the map but running by tasks 24/7, click on your little stick, cast suspicion on them for being guilty, and see if they die, or see what they're doing. Keep tabs on them. I think if you are what is the one I got like so many times? Oh yeah, reveal the true identity of subjects around you during the in-between. So if you can actually stick next to someone who is who you suspect as this character. And I never did this because I wasn't thinking about it. But as a seer, you can just kind of stick next to them, put yourself at risk with some, and just take some defense items with you. Like, you know, make sure you've got good sanity before time goes in. Cameras, flashlight, torches, whatnot. And then you can just look and reveal the true identity of subjects around you. And while you will not be able to see anything but a ghost, if you isolate yourself with that person, or anyone really, during the transition period, you will be able to discern who is friend and foe with this one specifically, and the Inquisitor too. These both serve to be this one. You will need to know where the blood altars are with the Inquisitor. The protection one, I highly recommend you don't use this protection trait until you can guarantee you know someone's safe, and then keep them safe with your power the night before. And the death mark, I just recommend you just absolutely don't use it. I had someone death mark me, and then they're like, and then someone voted me out, and they're like, oh, see, he was. So the death mark instantly vanishes if you get downed. And if you know someone's causing trouble and you death mark them, and then they just get voted out instantly, it does allow the warden to like carry a gun, death mark someone they think is actually bad, and then shoot them and then banish them instantly. But if you're wrong, you're wrong, and you die too. Which means you not only took out one instant, you took out yourself as well, which is dumb. Purifier by far is the one that's the best, because the deactivating the blood altars, the blood altars is what causes the nighttime to spawn faster. And this is by far one of the better perks. The seance is also, I guess, think nice. Unlike it in default settings in Among Us and other games, you don't know the role of whoever was cast out. This one can only get people who have been like voted out, so you can check to make sure you got the bad guy. But it also can be easy to tell if you know there's like two monsters, especially if they're different running around. You know, like you didn't get a bad guy with the last vote out, or at least didn't get an infected. And unless you have a mimic that mimics someone, if you then they can mimic the infected as well. So there can be 3, but usually the mimic doesn't usually roll swap with the infected, because there's only 2, so you have to get one, kind of during the mid game, and then they have to use their ability after they die. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Whenever you want to look at the items, you can look at the skins and stuff with them, but you can also see what they do by looking at them. Some of these are very situational. Some others are just something you'd want. Like the invisibility is extremely useful, very limited but extremely useful. There's gas grenades, smoke grenades, all sorts of different stuff that you can use to defend yourself. You saw me use the decoy there, but I need to use this more often, honestly. But yeah, this just opens walls. This is not Odin's hammer. I heard a kid calling this Odin's hammer, and I was like, this does nothing. Unlocks as part of the vampire DLC. What does this fucking do? Okay, well, these do something. But yeah, the DLC for this game unlocks, I guess, one item along with the character itself. But yeah, I'm a taunt chain maid. But you don't really get to choose. You just get a preference on who you want to play, and then you just kind of go for it. Anyways, I hope you guys found this guide useful. It was a really quick rundown on what you should be doing. Obviously, every map you're just gonna have to be looking for little blue particles in the air. It's best just to run around the map, kind of looking left and right. And then once you find something, you just gotta kind of quickly realize what it was. And it might take like 2 or 3 times on the map to like fully get what your loop is an innocent. Learning how to play the innocents is what you should focus on first, because once you learn how to play the innocents, the infected is just remembering how the innocent plays and pretending to blend in with that, while trying to sow chaos, potentially. But usually, honestly, this game's so wild, you don't even need to do that. People are so jumpy and so accusatory, the innocents will just usually stuff themselves out without you having to do anything. So full disclosure, it's best just to ignore everyone. Like I said, and just no matter what, and just do your tasks, or at least pretend like you're doing tasks. You know, they have no way of knowing if you're doing their tasks unless they see you picking up shit. So you might have to do a task here and there as the infected, but never stop doing them, even during the nighttime, and you can get an upper hand and actually get out. Good luck out there, and get lined.